I'm just waiting for that to hit. So, hello everybody, and welcome to Jonathan Gibble's Wrestling Podcast, episode 8. And I might have to have my voice raising up, just to let you all know. So, um, yes, WWE Friday Night SmackDown and WWE Friday Night 205 Live results are in, and I don't know what channel am I on. So yeah, we have Week Podcast with WWE SmackDown review with Matt Morgans to the Undertaker soft comments on the WWE product. We have WWE main event results are in from Saturday nights. I know that I had the weekend off for my podcast, um so yeah, we have WWE SmackDown and WWE 205 Live updates from last Friday night. Obviously WWE 205 Live. So I guess I'm the only fan that really cares about 205 Live. So yeah, we have a lot of news here. So I'm just waiting to get to the news. We have Sean Womack confirms WWE Hall of Fame will not feature inductors. We have WWE SmackDown Superstar to wrestle on the final Raw before WWE WrestleMania 37. I'll get to that later. We have stipulation revealed for WWE WrestleMania 37 title match. More updates to the card as well. We have WWE Hall of Famer Edge talks about wrestlers not selling big moves. Where are you? What is missing with heels today? We have WWE Hall of Famer Kurt Angle reveals how much money he made with the WWE during his debut year. We have a photo of Sheamus reveals new look for WWE WrestleMania 37. We have video of John Cena. I want to thank a boy who used his tips to save his sister's life. We have Seth Rollins talks about WWE using his engage to Becky Lynch and a graphic during entrance. We have Henry Godwin says that Triple H will probably never get over his famous hog match. We have our WWE Blue Universal Champion Roman Reigns talks about WWE releasing new. Roman Reigns talks about WWE's new Anal UFC champion Kaba Nurmagomedov. What does that mean? Might fare in the WWE. We have Anderson recalls Kevin Owens' offer being difficult to deal with the WWE in the WWE. So we have Miranda Gordy recalls Vince McMahon helping her high school homework. We have if I can get to Eric Bischoff here, I would definitely appreciate it. We have Eric Bischoff recalls Jerry the King Lawler about jumping ship to WCW in 2001. We have NJPW reveals new title match for New Japan Cup USA winner. We have Roman Reigns calls out former UFC superstar. We have Jim Ross talks about which match did the most for Shawn Michaels' career. We have NJPW Sagara Genesee final card live coverage reminder. We have more wrestling news on my podcast here as well. Obviously today is Monday night, so I'm just waiting for the page to change. So it says I'm live, and I'm still live, and that's a good thing. So if I can get to the news, I would appreciate it here. We have Britt Baker, Hangman Page, and more announced for tonight's AEW Dark Evolution. We have WWE SmackDown overnight ratings featuring a street fight main event. I don't know what ratings are. I'll get to that later. We have AEW announce a street fight for the House Always Wins event. We have Scott Hall talks about Vince McMahon, an original name for his follow-away slam. We have Andrade recalls the WWE, not recalls, but reacts to the WWE Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal lineup, which I'm happy because I think they should do it. Have the Battle Royal for the Memorial Battle Royal for Andre Giant for WrestleMania, not SmackDown. We have Logan Paul talks about WrestleMania and Peacock ads for new WWE network contact and trademark news as well. And we have WWE Hall of Famer Stone Cold Steve Austin says that AEW is good for the WWE. We have Drew McIntyre talks about possibly wrestling opening match at WrestleMania. And we have the WWE Studios to partner up with Game Show Network. Boy, I wish the WWE studios can partner up with me. But says, well, I have to go call out. I don't trust nobody with my financials unless it's going to be with the WWE with a contract, by the way, and that's the only way. So, we have a former WWE superstar, Selena De Vega, gets over $100,000 stolen from her. We have Rob Van Dam talks about if he's interested in signing with AEW. We have Lawrence answered, shares real life troll moment. We have Major League Wrestling finds a control unit suspends Davari. We have Bruce Pritchard talks about what, and I'm going to have to get my voice raising up here, so I do want to apologize on that as well. So we have Bruce Pritchard talks about what he's excited for at WWE WrestleMania 37. We have indie wrestler Faye Jackson announces his retirement or her retirement. I don't know if that's a man or a woman because I don't know who it is. So we have NJPW Sagara Genesee results are in. We have last match set for Josh Burnett's Bloodsport 6. We have the WWE files to trademark Zeta Rama. And we have Kurt Angle recalls Vince McMahon directing his kisses with Stephanie McMahon, which that was back 20-some years ago. I think that was SummerSlam 19 or SummerSlam 2000. I believe it was SummerSlam 2000 because that's when The Undertaker took Kane's mask off. So we have more wrestling news on my podcast here. So we have NJPW star joins the United Empire at the NJPW's Genesis. We have title changes. Titles change hands at NJPW Genesis. We have Jimmy Cordell's hopes the Bellas returns to put over the new talent. We have new title change at NJPW Genesis. We have Christian Cage grades his AEW in-ring debut. We have top WWE superstar reacts to the title change at NJPW Genesis as well. We have Sean Waltman apologize to Ric Flair for a WCW slap incident. We have Mustafa Ali talks about who he thought he faced at WWE WrestleMania 37. We have biggest WrestleMania top 10 WrestleMania pops. We have WWE Hall of Famer gets vaccinated. And we have Matt Hardy reacts to the WWE snubbing the Hardy Boys at WrestleMania moment. We have PCO says The Undertaker was never given a proper retirement. We have we have former WWE superstar Zack Ryder talks about AEW and the WWE backstage environments. We have WWE superstar to be on the Kelly Clarkson show, and here's Monday Night Raw.
Must be heart-pounding. Must be awe-inspiring. Must be jaw-dropping. Must be Monday. Must be Monday Night Raw, live next on USA.
So that's from the preview on TV for WWE Monday Night Raw. So we have WWE superstar Bianca Belair to be on the Kelly Clarkson show. I think today we have Beth Phoenix reveals the original of her finishing move, the Galazmazana. I cannot pronounce the move's name, but we have Triple H reflects on WWE's Wednesday nights NXT run head-to-head with AEW. We have the Boogeyman sends a message to Vince McMahon. We have more announced for tonight's WWE Monday Night Raw. We have Hulk Hogan says that Vince McMahon rejected heel turn idea after Ultimate Warrior match. We have Penelope Ford suffers a rare allergic reaction to eyelash extensions. We have Cameron Crimes talks about growing up next door to the you know, Cameron Grimes is I'm only 10 days older than Cameron Grimes, and he gets noticed by the wrestling business, and only 4 days older than Sonya Deville, so the same age as Pete Dunne, and I still can't get noticed. Wrestling news on my podcast here, and that will probably be the last time I say that. So we have talks about Logan Paul's involvement with WWE WrestleMania 37. We have Wesley Blake and Sarah Lee's baby gender revealed. We have Christian Cage talks about why the WWE called him for the Royal Rumble and Thunderdome fan reactions. And I guess that a singer, Ozzy Osbourne, to be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. We have WWE Hall of Famer. I guess he's going to be a WWE Hall of Famer. So we have WWE superstar, or former WWE superstar, Paige talking her 3 years of sobriety, which, congratulations to Paige. Obviously, I'm not going to go sober because unless if I'm like in the wrestling business, then I'll probably go sober, but people don't care what I think. I cannot pronounce his name, to the IWGP US title match, and with Sami Zayn to sway attention from his documentary. We have WWE Hall of Famer Arn Anderson recalls Vince McMahon being nervous for passing gas, which that's kind of stupid in a way. We have Seth Rollins someone gets me. That's what Seth Rollins says. We have the New Day talks about on how they plan to honor the legacy of Brody Lee, of the late great Brody Lee. We have Eric Bischoff calls intentional TNA idea the dumbest thing that I ever heard of, and that's what Eric Bischoff says about TNA going back to starting with weekly pay-per-views. We have a video of a drone of footage of WWE WrestleMania 37 stage construction. So I'm gonna get to that later, so I can see that as well. So I'm just gonna get some news here if they will let me. So obviously, for WWE WrestleMania Sunday as well. So the 2 nights of WrestleMania, it's been like what, already 2 nights for the past a couple years. So we have Jim Ross recalls Vince McMahon pushing back on signing Mick Foley. We have tonight's Raw preview. I'll get to that later. We have Teddy Long. Teddy Long says he was told he was too old for AEW. We have UFC fighter Titino Ortiz wants to thank McMahon and Triple H for opportunity at WWE PC. We have Bea Priestley expected to sign with the WWE following the Stardom departure. We have the WWE and a G4 partnering up for the new video game competition series, and we have our WWE Blue Universal Champion Roman Reigns talks about dealing with negativity from the fans as well. So think that people are very negative. I want to say that obviously I'm always that's happening in the wrestling business. So we have the WWE officially announces Titus O'Neil as the Warrior Award recipient. We have big title match announced for NJ O'Neil. Talks about being the first WWE superstar to receive the Warrior Award. We have the WWE reportedly has no quarantine mandate for WWE WrestleMania 37 week. We have Impact Wrestling updated lineup for a move for this Thursday night and on Thursdays as well. We have IWGP World Heavyweight Champion Will Ospreay issues a challenge to CM Punk. We have the Young Bucks mull over Don Callis comments. You can see that on being the Elite recap video as well. We have Wink Daily with WWE WrestleMania 37 updates. More on the Hurt Business, and the Blue Meanie was on that podcast, and he calls that the WWE NXT the superior brand to AEW. We have the WWE Hall of Fame ceremony changes for this year as well. We have a lot, yes, a lot of WWE superstars not on the WWE WrestleMania 37 card, which I don't like, by the way. The WWE announces cameo request for WWE WrestleMania 37. We have the WWE WrestleMania 37 latest and betting the odds on that one. And why did the WWE move a match from WWE WrestleMania 37 to SmackDown, which is the Andre Giants Battle Battle Royal Memorial Battle Royal for the trophy? I was very upset when I found out that the WWE moved it to Friday Night SmackDown. So we have the WWE superstar to have a theme perform live at WWE WrestleMania 37. We have AEW Dark not Revolution, but AEW Dark Evolution live coverage. So obviously, I might be teary-eyed. I might have tears coming down my face when WrestleMania 37 night. That WrestleMania being 2 nights this year. I really, industry doesn't understand what I'm talking about. So I'm just waiting. So I think that for WWE Friday Night SmackDown, nobody didn't even mention WWE Friday Night 205 Live this week as well. So we have WWE Friday Night SmackDown final viewership down with YouTube on Fox. WWE Friday Night SmackDown, they drew about 2.137 million viewers, which it was down. It was about 60,000 viewers down as well. So I'm gonna get to the top 25 first. So with the WWE superstars, I cannot know because I'm still waiting for this to reload. So I want to say to people out there, it doesn't matter where I'm sleeping at all. It doesn't matter if I'm getting tonight's show comes from the Tropicana Field in St. Petersburg, Florida, live on the USA Network. And here's what's in store for tonight on WWE Monday Night Raw. So we're gonna have AJ Styles versus our WWE Raw Tag Team Champion Xavier Woods. We have our WWE Raw Women's Champion Asuka in the non-title match. We have our WWE Champion Bobby Lashley versus Cedric Alexander in a non-title match, and we have Drew McIntyre versus our WWE King of the Ring Champion King Corbin from WWE SmackDown, and we're gonna have the final Raw build for WWE WrestleMania 37. So I'm WWE WrestleMania 37 week as well. So I'm gonna reload the page one last time. I don't know what time I'm gonna be seeing everyone tomorrow night. What's gonna be an hour or 2 hours before Hall of Fame. So I thought this podcast of mine would be bad, but it's not. So due to my voice being raised, the noises in the background is being So have a good night, everybody. I know I will. Tune in on the USA Network at 8 o'clock Eastern, and tune in on the WWE Network / Peacock at 11 o'clock Eastern and find out why I'm going to have a good night. So I'll see all of you just an hour or two before the WWE Hall of Fame 2020 and 2021. Have a good night, everybody, and bye. I thought this podcast would be bad, but it's not.